Inače drugačije ne može. Znači nek pusti kosu i White Snake grupu nek sluša. I oženite se. White Snake.
Can you imagine when she tells her son that? And then he goes, what the
Yeah.
Who told you that? Are you crazy? Mama, it's normal.
Milan.
If I was told that, I would buzz my hair and listen to Black Sabbath.
All right, well, let's
go
put
the
this to the
opposite.
test, buddy. Are you married?
No.
Is your hair short?
Yep.
Do you listen to Whitesnake? Uh-oh. Clairvoyant Milan was a hit show in the Balkans in the mid to late 2000s. This strange character appeared seemingly out of nowhere to help callers with their ailments. People called in with all sorts of questions, but sometimes Clairvoyant Milan already knew their problem and had a solution ready to go.
Evo je ovde karta, on ima problema sa probavom. Vidite zašto mene zovu čarobnjak? Što sve pogađam.
Da, kažete.
Mora da gurne prst u dupe. Sredom i petkom od 9 do 10 da drži prst u dupetu.
Čekajte, srijedom.
Da, i proći će mu probova, a dok bude se...
Bro, she's like, wait, let me get that down. Did you say Wednesday from 9 to 10? I want to make sure the
Yo, for an hour.
That's crazy.
This guy's the biggest troll I've ever seen in my life.
Can you, like, is that a medical thing that you should not be doing? Putting your finger in your ass for an
I've
hour?
I've heard putting coffee up your butt, but putting your finger and holding it for an hour? Bro, there's no way. I don't know how he keeps a straight face. That's my thing.
It's amazing. That's his biggest talent, I think, is the ability to not break.
Sedeo, znači ovako kako čuče, kako gurne prst u dupe, neka gleda u poster Snoopa. Ste razumeli?
Šta je to Snoop?
Pa Snoop Doggy Dogg, onaj crnac. Onaj crnac, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
A gdje ću ga naći?
Nađite ga, ima u svim novinama.
How does he come up with this? This is outrageous. Is he wearing gloves? Are those the
Yes,
gloves
he
that
is.
he wants you to use to staviš prst u dupe? Oh.
Jer Bog probave je Snoop Doggy Dogg. Znači samo prst u dupe i gleda u Snoop Doggy Dogga i to je to. Nema šta. Jer znate vi koliko ljudi sam ja izlečio od probave? 412 milijardi ljudi sam ja izlečio od probave. Znate?
So what was Milan doing before he became the most popular wizard in Serbia?
2 godine. Što ste bili u prethodnom životu? Mislim, pre toga.
Pre toga radio sam na pijaci, prodavao gaće kao i svi što radi. Preokret bio je oglas za astrologa. Ja sam došao tamo u Astro centar, bila su 3 astrologa i ja sam uzeo karte. Ajde, ja ću taro da radim i onda sam učio i tako.
How does a guy that 2 years prior worked at a market selling underwear get a TV show? See, after the fall of Milosevic in 2000, Serbia moved closer to the privatization of many industries. Hundreds of new channels and programs appeared during this privatization boom. The independent self-broadcast was one of the more popular formats. It was low-budget shows that could be built on topics which have been popular in the Balkans for centuries. Milan had an endless pool of Balkan people who strongly believed in folklore, superstitions, and spirituality. He was not the only game in town, but what made Milan popular and set him apart was that he was a parody of all the other mystics on television.
Kažite ćelavi globus.
Čelavi globus.
A vaš muž ne kaže dajte mu slušalicu, vozi autobus.
Muž vozi, ajde dođi.
Ajde.
Vozi autobus, ajde.
There's a little bit here that he's kind of wants to break. There's a little bit of a smirk here in his face. Like he looks like he's kind of has something there. He's hiding, you know?
Right.
Samo recite, dobro večer gospod, samo recite vozi autobus.
Vozi autobus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus. Čelavi globus.
Is this Serbian Sacha Baron Cohen?
Ooh. Yeah, if he does...
In a weird way, he kind of is.
Yeah, honestly.
He's exposing the stupidity that is our culture sometimes, believing these wizards while fully being in character and provoking them.
I mean, I feel like any culture like that too. You got those reverends down in South, you know, in the States that are like getting the devil out of you. And
I execute judgment on you, COVID-19.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of this, but it's just so much funnier when it's in our language.
Information about the show, his pay, and other things are very limited. The only source being Milan himself during various interviews.
I ta energija je ta prva energija kao vatre i ja sam radio emisije po 19 sati sam radio, 10 ujutro do bukvalno 5 ujutro, skoro 24 sata.
I vama i ne treba ta selbica na lotu.
Pa šta će meni, ja imam sve ljubav.
Pa, s obzirom koliko košta poziv,
posao, da, mislim, ne treba čovjek da bude proklet i poklet, znači dovoljno je za normalan život, 1000 evra ti je dovoljno mesečno. U svetu. Znači, to ti je
A koliko vi imate mesečno?
10.000 evra.
10.000 evra?
Da, mesečno. Ako moju emisiju, znači 20.000 poziva imam, ako...
20.000 poziva imate u emisiju?
Da, 20.000 poziva.
The amount of clips online is a small fraction of the random occurrences that happen on the show. From days where he came in just wearing regular clothing to other days when callers would actually prank him. Why is he not wearing anything today? Like, is this like a casual Fridays kind of thing? What's going on here? I just realized.
Oh, wow.
He's dressed like a normal person.
Now he's dressed like a Balkan, just the gut out, lean to the side.
Looks like my cousin. Looks like your average cousin. This is the cousin that always picks you up at the airport.
Yeah.
Dobro večer, Milane.
Pozdrav, gospodine.
Zovem se Mitar i zovem iz Austrije.
Pozdrav.
Ima, Milane, jedan problem. Stalno sanja da mi pušiš kurac.
Halo?
Ništa, morate opet da pozovete. Gledalac iz linije za pamet.
That's so good. Just a troll trolling a troll.
As you can imagine, the show had its critics and controversies. In the early days, Milan would often appear on other Serbian talk shows to talk about himself, sometimes the ethics of the show, and about the people that would call in. Milan was smart enough to defend his stance and his viewers against the interviewers that clearly weren't fans of the show and wanted him to admit it was a parody.
Zvaničan podatak Ministarstva za rad i socijalnu politiku je da ima 60% nepismenih. Ja pozdravljam ovo što Milan radi, stvarno je fenomenalno duhovito, ali samo gore treba da piše humoristički program.
The thing is, like, even if you put that thing there, it would not protect anyone. Like, they wouldn't even notice or care.
It would ruin the comedy, and I mean, I get what they're saying. There, some countries that would be like illegal, right, to say, but
right.
It's just he's saying protect the 60 people that. Why don't we focus on getting them to be able to read and write? I also don't think that's a correlation. I bet half of these people can read and write.
Ima nešto kao te zovu ljudi, te oni su primitivni, te nepismeni. A ako moju emisiju, znači 20.000 poziva imam, ako je 90% ljudi primitivnog, onda gde mi živimo? Znači kad pričamo o drugima, prvo trebamo pogledati u svoje dvorište.
Jel vi sebe nekad doživite kao komičar?
Ne.
Ne. A gledalci?
Gledalci, da.
Pratite, verovatno, pošto je internet pun vaših i videoklipova i komentara.
Da, to je glavni moj medij, ja tu sam najgledaniji. Uglavnom, kad pogledam ono face to face u 4 oka, ta osoba više nije ista i vidi šta je tarot i vidi da li se ja zezam ili ne.
Obviously, that's not true, as there were many cases where his crew and himself could be heard laughing during the dead air of the show. I think I can hear him laughing. Again. He's laughing under the table. Let's see the face he comes out with. That's going to be the giveaway. From underneath the table, he continues the bit. That's impressive.
Brže i jače! Jače! Još jače! Idi popi čašu vode pa se vrati.
This guy is a master, man.
The other thing to think about is, like, he's on air for hours and hours. And I think I saw him in interviews talk about, like, there's sometimes he would do like a 12-hour show. So he needs to keep this shit going. Like, and when he finds, it's like fishing. When he finds one really juicy fish that wants to play, he wants to wheel it in and milk it.
Oh yeah.
And I love that.
Dobro je, sad ću da se pojavim.
Dobro je.
Sad je bolje.
I feel like he gets into like a flow state, man. Those hours.
Yes.
12 hours probably just go by. Like, imagine that.
You have to be in character for 12 hours too. That's the other thing.
Sure. It took him so long to figure that out.
Bro, I feel like I can hear the people producers laughing in the background.
I swear.
Čelavi globus.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a pretty.
Čelavi globus.
That's he's probably in his studio is probably his apartment, and it's just all his boys drinking rakia, watching him crying, laughing.
Milan knew what he was doing. He was taking the WWE approach of simply never publicly admitting the true nature of the show. It was clear, though, that not all callers and calls were alike.
Halo.
Halo.
Da.
Htio sam da vidim za izgubljen nije pre 10 godina, pa da znam šta je sa njim.
Koji datum?
Pa, ona je 1974. rođena, 23.
Može da se pronađe ono, ali mora da se vidi šta je, kako, gde.
Ja ne znam kako.
To bi morali da vidimo šta je. Morali bi da vidimo.
Kako?
Da se čujemo sutra, jel može?
Može.
Da ja spremim. Važi, prijatno.
So this is someone who actually called in with like an extremely serious and dark topic. Like
And then
someone is missing.
Yeah, and then he avoids it, which you can
Yeah.
tell he's human.
Yeah, I guess that's like the only way. I mean, how else would you deal with this? Like, if
He
you
probably
if you
said, we'll call tomorrow, and then he calls him and says, hey, this is a joke. Like, I'm sorry, we can't help you.
or he just connects him to like, I don't know, police or something like that, or
Yeah.
someone that get more credible.
Or he's like, ooh, this is a big one. I gotta really, I gotta
Let me think of a good
flush
bit.
out. Yeah, I gotta flush out the bit, bro. And then he goes tomorrow even harder.
That would be vile. That would be absolutely vile.
I wouldn't put it past a man like Vidoviti Milan.
Milan's show began to lose popularity in the early 2010s, probably due to many factors. One of them probably being regulatory and ethical concerns of the show. Another due to the quickly changing landscape and the rise of social media. However, the rise of social media also played a positive role as Serbian speakers worldwide could now enjoy some of the most outrageous moments of the show.
400 grama maslačka i 2 koprive. To se kuva 2,5 sata i posle toga to možete, to zamenjuje benzin. Znači isto je, ne šteti motoru ništa, dokazano je i ne morate kupovati gorivo uopšte.
I thought he was gonna say to drink it because that is good, and then it says that.
Put it in your car.
Gasoline. I'm done. Dude, these people are gonna ruin their motors. They're
I
gonna
would
ruin their
love to-
engines.
Man, I wish there was a page for people that like that tell stories of shit they actually did based on his advice.
Yeah. There's like a woman who's getting a petition to try to ban him because and she's interviewing all the people who tried his stuff.
Almost like a dark documentary, like the other
I've
side.
been
of
fingering my every Wednesday for a year. I'm still not better.
I still can't poop. Milan is still active on social media platforms, and from time to time does interviews on Serbian television, masterfully trolling the interviewers in the process.
Da li ti pomažeš ženama da zatrudne?
Pa da, spravim tu vodicu, da. Za zatrudnjavanje dam mužu, kažem koji dan, koliko sati, šta ta i
Poza?
oni to urade.
Ali kažeš koja je poza?
Zavisi šta hoće.
Naprimjer sina, eto.
Sina misionarska.
A devojčicu?
69. Ali.
Kažu da sam noćna ptica i da ne znam šta su snovi. Ja im kažem da me život samo jednoj ženi vodi.
Banger first and foremost, but what the hell is this? Why does this exist? How does this help your credibility as a wizard? Am I the only one thinking of the credibility of a wizard, goddammit?
You think you're the only one. This is classic. See, like you were right. He was like a social media star before social media. Because this is exactly what everyone does now. Everyone's got a rap song or, and they have a podcast and they have everything. This is his way of expanding. I love it.
It's just unfortunate that like he's in Serbia, because like if he was doing this almost anywhere else in the world, he'd be rich and well off.
Yeah.
But he did it in the poorest country possible. So there's nothing really out of this. It's like, okay, maybe he made a few bucks here and there, but I don't think he's loaded. He also does regular live streams, but the tone and nature of the performances just feels very different. He's aged like 1,000 years.
Well, yeah, he's turning into the Sith Lord.
Force is strong with you.
He does look like the Sith Lord.
Yeah, he went from Milan Tarot like Palpatine to Darth Sidious. This is his Darth era. Oh, man.
What a call. It's spot on.
Rodio sam sa posebnim darom. Vidim nevidljive sile. Godinama se borim sa crnom magijom. Urod.
Execute Order 66.
Negativnim energijom. Skidam crnu magiju na daljinu.
He's not even like, he says it so convincingly, man.
It's not the same. I don't know. Like this is not the same.
Now it's
darker.
like when you said predatory, it's so, like now he's trying to make money. Now he's not trying to entertain because he knows no one's watching it who's laughing.
Right.
The bit's done. But
How the hell?
he's getting money right now. Like, how many views does that have?
Turn off 1.2 million.
Dude, the headpieces are the best. What is that new one? I gotta see that. That big golden one. That headpiece. Oh my god. He definitely makes these. Look at him.
Blokirano. To treba da se sredi.
This is a live stream in his house, clearly.
Sad ćemo da vidimo za ovu. Ima ovde neka magija, nešto ima tu.
It's completely unwatchable. It's like,
Yeah.
even the, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's absolutely fascinating that like he has videos on his page that like weird live streams that like get a couple thousand views, and then he has like clearly produced videos with like a, I don't know, TV show, 2.8 million views. If you want to talk with him, it's 212 euros, but discounted it was 250. So kind of a bargain if you think about it.
Vaša čestitke, pozdrav od Milana, 500 evra.
500 euros.
There's no way
Yeah.
people are buying that.
Now it becomes very, it goes from like funny to like predatory, right? Like if you're now, I don't know.
Yeah, but what's the difference between this and some guru health fitness guy on Instagram who's selling you fog? This guy, I mean, it's the same stuff. I'm not condoning it, but
Yeah, it's a weird area because like, yeah, okay, if you're buying it as a gag, it's kind of funny. But if you're like someone that's actually believing in stuff and buying this stuff, if you want a VIP, I don't know, performance, I would assume this is 10,000 euros.
that's like him coming to your son's birthday.
You can be literally the most known person in the Balkans, and then you could just be posting to Instagram to like 30 people. It's shirtless with your boobs out. It's like, don't worry, you're in the Church of Milan right now, buddy. Absorb this. Let this hit you.
Dude,
Let
I
this-
grew up in the Church of Milan, don't you forget.
Are those euros? Fake euro bills? Sacha Baron Cohen vibes in Serbia in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. I don't remember the exact era he started and did it for so long that it just like, it's like anything in life that you turn into your income. You grow to hate it. Is this from the Squid Games?
Oh my god, it is.
It's from the Squid Games.
This guy's going on Temu and just grabbing anything and just rotating them.
I mean, talk about a great business idea. I don't know, Milan, if you're watching the video, buddy, Cameo #1. #2, upload every single old clip and get someone to edit it, add subtitles. Literally have content for the next 10 years. And you could once again become the biggest name in Serbia and the Balkans.
It's gold, dude. His old stuff is so fun.
It's gold. It's
I can't believe
literal
I've never
gold.
seen him before. I had no idea who that is when you showed me it.